Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karati vachalam pangul langhayate giring jat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurung dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Isharam. Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone for the weekdays evening gathering. Thank you for coming. So I am very happy to be here in the new location of ISKCON Koramangala. So you are happy with that or not? So I was thinking what to speak today. So I thought I should speak about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because now is the time, Gaur Purnima is coming. And also I thought that I should speak about Prayagraj, because Mahakumbha Mela is going on there. So there is a connection between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami in Prayagraj. And also Prayagraj is connected with our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Because Prayagraj is the place of Diksha of Srila Prabhupada and place of Shiksha of Rupa Goswami. So it's a very, very important place. And Srila Prabhupada took Diksha from His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada in Prayagraj. And Rupa Goswami, he was hearing from Mahaprabhu for continuous 10 days in Prayagraj, which is popularly known as Rupa Shiksha, which has been explained by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Madhya Leela, elaborately. So we'll discuss from that section of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So hope you know what is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Those who are new, Chaitanya Charitamrita is a book composed by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami about the life and teachings and pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So how many of you know who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Okay. Slowly, many are raising hands. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He incarnated in this age of Kali as a covered incarnation and propagated the Sankirtan movement, which is a Juga Dharma for the age of Kali. And he appeared in state of Bengal in a place known as Navadip Dham, Mayapur Dham. And he stayed there for 24 years. Then after that he took sannyas and came to Jagannath Puri, and from Jagannath Puri he traveled all over India and spread Krishna consciousness. And he predicted that in every town and village all over the world, Krishna consciousness will spread. And that work was done by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Hope things are clear. You are ready to hear about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings to Rupa Goswami? So Rupa Goswami is the main Acharya in our line. That's why you are known as Rupanuga Vaishnavas. We are Gauriya Vaishnavas, but we are the followers of Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami is the main disciple of Sriman Mahaprabhu. After getting Shiksha and Diksha from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, settled in Vrindavan Dham and established the Sankirtan movement as desired by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He discovered many holy places in Vrindavan. He wrote so many literatures, Vedic literatures, and also he built temples and also established Vaishnava culture, which are the foundations of this Krishna consciousness movement. So Mahaprabhu spoke to to Rupa Goswami for continuous 10 days. And based on that teachings, Rupa Goswami compiled a wonderful book, which is known as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. which was translated by Srila Prabhupada as Nectar of Devotion. So Rupa Goswami took 17 years to compile Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which he received in a summary form in 10 days, but he elaborated that in 17 years. It's the devotional classic. If you want to know about bhakti, if you want to know about devotional service, that is the book. So, whatever I'll speak today, that is the synopsis, a brief synopsis of whatever has been spoken to Rupa Goswami. So, Mahaprabhu begins with the topic that who are we? We are the living entities. There are living entities and there is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, hope you accept that we are living entities, right? How many of you accept that we are living entities? Okay, very good. Just checking. How many of you accept that you are not God? Okay. So confusion is not there. So Mahaprabhu is telling there are many living entities, unlimited number of living entities. There are unlimited universes in this material world. How many universes? Unlimited. You have to learn two words, unlimited and inconceivable. Okay? In order to understand which cannot be understood, that is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay? So how many living entities? Unlimited. How many universes? Okay, very good. You have understood. So 1/4 of the creation is material world and 3/4 of the creation is the spiritual world. So in the spiritual world there are unlimited Vaikuntha planets and in the material world there are unlimited universes.
Maharaj, sorry to disturb. About translations. किसी को हिंदी अनुवाद चाहिए या कन्नड़ा देखा? कन्नड़ा is happening now there. No, not quite.
Hindi someone asked from.
हिंदी अनुवाद चाहिए?
Hindi someone asked from.
They all आप सभी को हिंदी में अनुवाद चाहिए? अच्छा, who can do it?
Who can do Hindi translation? पीछे चले जाइए. जिसको हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन जरूरत है पीछे चले जाइए.
पीछे, हाँ उधर जाइए. वो माता जी है ना?
माता जी हिंदी में चाहिए तो नीचे जाइए.
फिर आइए.
And make another announcement, the children, those who are crying, they should go some other place because it's disturbing the whole audience.
हाँ, बच्चे जो रो रहे हैं या कुछ आवाज कर रहे हैं ना, उनको प्लीज ऊपर ले जाइए या नीचे ले जाइए.
नहीं पीछे पीछे. They can sit at the back. They can sit at the back.
But sound will still come, disturb.
No, they will come down after.
Let's see how they perform. हुआ ट्रांसलेशन अरेंजमेंट?
Hindi translation.
देखिए, आप लोगों को ले चाहिए, आप क्योंकि पीछे जाना है इसलिए.
समझ में आ रहा है अंग्रेजी? तो बैठ के क्या करेंगे आप?
हाँ, उधर बैठ के उधर से दिखाई देगा.
समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो पीछे चले जाइए, उधर ट्रांसलेशन होने वाला है, अनुवाद होने वाला है हिंदी में.
Who's going to translate?
Kannada translation?
Kannada is not required.
Okay, very good. इधर सबको अंग्रेजी समझ में आता है?
There was one person, so we have made arrangement.
Okay. All set? So I can continue? Thank you for the arrangement. So what was the topic? Okay. So how many universes? Very good. And in these unlimited universes, there are unlimited living entities moving around. And out of these living entities, very rarely, there are human forms. So human forms are very, very rare. Then those who are in human forms of life, many of them don't follow Vedas. And very few, they follow Vedas. And those who claim they follow Vedas, most of them, they only follow by lip service. We follow, but they don't follow. I was addressing an audience with new people, and I asked them, how many of you know Bhagavad Gita? Everybody raised hand. We are from India, we know Bhagavad Gita. Then I asked one person, can you tell me what Krishna spoke in the 19th chapter of Bhagavad Gita? Then he started scratching his head. He said, I forgot. So he knows Bhagavad Gita, but he does not know how many chapters are there in Bhagavad Gita. So that's kind of lip service people have, that we follow Vedas, but they don't know what is Veda, then how they can follow Vedas? So out of many, many people, very less number, they follow Vedas. And those who follow Vedas, they primarily follow the Karma Kanda section of Vedas. What is Karma Kanda? Karma Kanda is the process by which you can go to higher planetary system, and the process by which you can enjoy life in a better way. That is called Karma Kanda. 96% of Vedas is Karma Kanda. And out of many, many Karma Kandis, one may take the path of Jnana. And what is the purpose of Jnana? Knowledge, to attain liberation, moksha. So those who take the path of knowledge, Jnana, very rarely someone can attain mukti or liberation. And out of many, many millions of liberated persons, one can become Krishna Bhakta. That is the reality of devotees of Krishna. So Rupa Goswami was taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that devotee of Krishna is very, very rare. Krishna also says that in Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam janmanam ante gyanamam prapuddate Vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlava. So Krishna is telling that who knows him, he is a Mahatma. Mahatma means great soul. Prabhupada said that Mahatma term should be used for those who are devotees of Krishna. They can be the Mahatma, those who are pure devotees. So who is a pure devotee? So who is a pure devotee? What is the symptom of a pure devotee? Symptom of a pure devotee is the primary symptom that he remembers Krishna 24 hours a day. That is a symptom of a pure devotee. There can be many other symptoms, but Prabhupada explains the primary symptom is he remembers Krishna 24 hours a day and he never forgets Krishna. That is a symptom of a pure devotee. So that kind of pure devotee is Sudurlava. Sudurlava means very, very rare. Swa Mahatma Sudurlava. One is Sulabha. Sulabha means very easily available. In Mayapur we have Sulabh Bhojanalaya. Paying little money, you can get a good meal. That is called Sulabh Bhojanalaya. Sulabh, then Durlabh. Durlabh means little difficult, little rare. And Sudurlabha means very, very rare. So pure devotee of the Lord is very, very rare. So Bhakta is, Krishna Bhakta is rare, but Suddha Krishna Bhakta is very, very rare. Sadhaka and Siddha. Two types of devotees, we'll explain that. Sadhaka means those who are practicing, and Siddha means those who have attained perfection. So there are two categories. So then, Mahaprabhu is explaining how our devotional service begins. How does we begin our devotional service? So Mahaprabhu is telling, Brahmanda bhamite kono bhagyavan jeev Guru Krishna prasade pai bhakti lata bij. This is a very historic verse spoken by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami. So Mahaprabhu is telling, Brahmanda bhramite. Brahmanda bhramita means moving around, wandering in how many universes? Unlimited number of universes, in unlimited number of bodies. Brahmanda bhramite, by moving like that, one day, kono bhagyavan jeev. Bhagyavan jeev means a fortunate soul. What he receives? Guru Krishna prasade pai bhakti lata bij. Guru Krishna prasad means by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, he receives a seed. And what is that seed? Bhakti lata, seed of devotional creeper. So bhakti is compared to a creeper. It always remains creeper. It never becomes a tree. It's eternally a creeper, according to the analysis of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So a sadhaka, a fortunate soul, receives the seed of pure devotional service by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So, who receives the mercy? That's another question. Some may receive the mercy, some may not receive the mercy. So, Rupa Goswami explains, those who are sincere devotees, they receive the mercy. So, who is sincere? There is a question, who is sincere? Some may say, I am sincere, some others say, I am also sincere. There is a debate, who is sincere? To make it very clear, Rupa Goswami says, who has given 100% to Krishna, he is sincere. The symptom of sincerity is that person is completely sold out for the service of Krishna, 100%. By hearing that, devotees become discouraged. How it is possible to become devotee then? How to receive the mercy? Once, Srila Prabhupada was giving a lecture, and Prabhupada was in a very high Vyasasana, and he was giving very, very heavy lecture on that day. He said, in order to go back to the spiritual world, in order to attain spiritual perfection, you have to become 100% Krishna conscious. That is the price. And by hearing that, devotees become very morose. And Prabhupada understood that 100% is very difficult, very, very difficult. And Prabhupada said, okay, understanding the mood of the devotees, Prabhupada came down, he said, okay, 90%. Still devotees are not so happy. And Prabhupada said 80%. Still devotees are doubtful. And Prabhupada was coming down from the Vyasasana, it was a very high Vyasasana, and said 70%, not less than that. And they said, Jai Srila Prabhupada. But 70%, if you try for 70%, it will come down to 40%. The point is that we should not try for 70%, we should try our best to get 100%. But if there is some deficiency, that can be taken care of by the spiritual master. That is the concept. But we have to be very, very sincere by giving 100% to the Lord. So he receives the mercy. So bhakti is known as causeless. Ahituki. There is no cause. It's not that, oh, I have done this, I have done that, because of that I become a devotee. It's not like that. Bhakti is the cause of bhakti. And who gives bhakti? A pure devotee can give us bhakti. That is a system. That's why it is said here, Guru Krishna prasade pai bhakti lata bij. By the causeless mercy of a pure devotee, by the mercy of Krishna, one receives the seed of pure devotional service. What is that seed? Prabhupada explains, when someone receives initiation, Then through the process of initiation, it's a process of sadhana bhakti that is known as seed. So through the process of diksha, we receive the seed of pure devotional service. It's a explanation, it's a spiritual anecdote explaining how the bhakti grows and ultimately attains the perfection. It's a wonderful explanation. So after someone receives the seed, and devotee is compared to a gardener here. So what to do with the seed? Generally, if you get a seed, what you will do next? Water. Before that, there is something. You have to, what you have to do? Sow the seed. Unless you sow the seed, how you can water? So sowing the seed is the first step. Where to sow? Where? Soil. Which kind of soil? Fertile soil. We cannot put under this marble floor, no? So we need a fertile soil. So for us, where to plant the seed? Planting the seed. Where to plant? In the heart. Heart is the field. Not heart, automatically fertile field. Heart is the field. So which heart is fertile? It's not that every heart is fertile. Not that every soil is fertile. But an expert gardener plants the seed in fertile soil. So which heart is fertile?
Sincere, humble,
Soft heart. The heart which is very, very soft. So which heart is soft? The devotee who is humble, his heart is soft. That's why humility is the beginning of our spiritual journey, and humility is the end of our spiritual journey also. So without that, nothing happens. Things don't move. So if you don't have fertile soil, you can give so much water, nothing is going to happen. So therefore, the beginning is to make our heart soft. But problem in Kali Yuga, the heart is very hard. Our acharyas are singing, Pashan hole gole jeto, hidai pashan gollo nare. It means the holy name is so powerful, it can melt the stone. But somehow, this holy name cannot melt our heart. It means, what is the meaning? Our heart is harder than stone. Because in Kali Yuga, everything is steel. So our heart is also a steel product, special brand steel. Very difficult to melt. And that is the position. So that's why, first is, what is the cause of that hard-heartedness? Ego. We have mountain-like ego. And with that ego, we can receive the seed, we can plant the seed, but seed will not fructify. It's very, very important. That's why Mahaprabhu is telling, Trinadapi sunichena. Unless we cultivate the quality of humility, nothing happens. I say, unless we come to that platform, our car of devotional service does not move. Car is in neutral gear. Those who drive car, they know. Nowadays also, we have cars without gears, but those cars which have gears, there is a gear called neutral gear. If the car is neutral gear, if you can push the accelerator also, nothing is going to happen. What is going to happen? The smoke will come out only and sound will come out. But the car will not move. So there are 9 stages of bhakti: ado shraddha, tato sadhu sangha, bhajana kriya, anartha nibriti, nishtha, ruchi, ashakti, bhava and prema. Hope you all know these 9 stages, right? So from shraddha to anartha nibriti, that is called neutral gear. And when we come to the platform of Nishtha, and Nishtha is characterized by Tinadapi Sunichena, Tararopi Sahishnuna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. This is the symptom of Nishtha, steady devotional service. And from that point, the car starts moving. So from this anecdote also, Mahaprabhu is trying to explain that seed of devotional service will fructify when it is planted in soft heart, which is characterized by humility. So humility is also misunderstood. What is the meaning of humility? Prabhupada gives two examples, two humble devotees, one is Hanuman, one is Arjuna. Some people think humble means good for nothing. People think like that. And people say, if you become humble, people will exploit you. They think humility is weakness. Humility is the greatest strength. What is the meaning of humility? Acting according to our constitutional position. So what is our constitutional position? Jiver Swarup hoy Krishner Nitya Das. That is our constitutional position. And what is humility? Humility means acting on that platform. And what does that mean? When we act for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is known as humility. Arjuna did not want to fight. That was a symptom of his pride. And when he agreed to fight, that was a symptom of his humility. People think opposite. Hanuman burnt the whole Lanka. That was the act of humility. Why? He wanted to do that for the pleasure of Lord Ram. So when we act for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is the foundational principle of humility. We should not have our own ulterior personal motivation. There are 4 levels of motivation to do work. Those who are in the mode of ignorance, they are motivated in one way. Those who are in mode of passion, they are motivated in a different way. Those who are in mode of goodness, they are motivated in a different way. And those who are transcendental, they are motivated in completely different way. So those who are in mode of ignorance, how they are motivated? Their motivation is fear. Out of fear. The students, they study out of fear. Why? They may fail. They may get chastisement from the teachers, parents. That's why they study. That is in the mode of ignorance. And people also do bhakti out of fear. Many people do like that. There's an atheist person, so his friend came who was a devotee. And he came to his house and he saw his altar like this in his house. And he always claims that I am an atheist. But he has altar in his house. And he does arati also regularly. So friend was surprised to see that. He said, how come you are an atheist but you have an altar in your house? You do arati to the Lord. How come you are an atheist? He said, I am atheist. He said, why you are doing that? He said, I am atheist but I have a fear. In case Lord is there, why to take a chance? I do some arati. What's the problem? In case he is there, he will be happy. So this is called motivation from fear. Then those who are in the mode of passion, what is their motivation? Material gain. What I will get. So in this world, mostly are in this category. We are all working. Why? हिंदी में बोलते हैं मेरे को क्या मिलेगा? What I will get. Someone is working hard in a company. Why? At the end of the month, कुछ तो मिलेगा ना? So we are working hard to get more money. We are working hard to get promotion. We are all doing things because we want to get something. That is mode of passion. In bhakti also, we come to the Lord for material gain. If nothing works, we go to the Lord. Right or wrong? If nothing works, if our plan doesn't work, then Lord. But if our plan works, no God. So when we become sick, we go to the doctors. First, allopathy. If allopathy doesn't work, homeopathy. It doesn't work, naturopathy. And if it doesn't work, come to South India, Tirupati. So this is the system for mode of passion. We always see what I will get. Goodness out of duty. That is called niskam. So when you attend that platform, then devotional service begins. It is explained, Krishna Bhakta Niskam Ateb Santa. Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakali Asanta. The material desires are the cause of our disturbance in the mind. Asanta. But a devotee is Santa, peaceful. Why? Krishna Bhakta Niskam. That is the qualification. Who can claim that he is a devotee? Who is free from material desires. If someone has material desire, he cannot call him as devotee. There are two categories of devotees, Sakam Bhakta, Niskam Bhakta. Sakam means full of material desires. He is doing bhakti but with material desires. That is known as Sakam Bhakta. So that devotee is not the subject matter of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And that aspect is not the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu talks about Niskam Bhakti. Mahaprabhu talks about Niskam Bhakti. So therefore, in order to attain spiritual perfection, we have to perform Niskam Bhakti, not Sakam Bhakti. Who can become a sadhaka of pure devotional service? Who is Niskam. Okay, clear? So on the platform of goodness, motivation is duty. Just like mother, she performs her duty out of his motherly duty. Arjuna was advised by Krishna that you should fight because you are a Kshatriya, you are a warrior, you should fight. And what is the inspiration, motivation? Those who are pure, love. Arjuna fought the battle of Kurukshetra out of love for Krishna. So that is the highest motivational aspect. So at least devotees should be at the mode of goodness and they should perform devotional service out of duty. Then when they become more purified, then they can perform devotional service out of love. So coming back to the point that planting is done. So planting has to be done in fertile soil. And what is the fertile soil? Soft heart. And who can develop soft heart? Who is humble. Clear? Then what is the next process? Watering. Watering the seed. And what is the watering for the devotees? Shravana Kirtana Jale Karaho Sinchan. The process of watering is hearing and chanting. The process of Siksha. Diksha is one-time event. Siksha is a continuous process. By the process of Diksha, we get the seed. But how to take care of the seed, that is the process of Siksha. And Siksha begins with hearing and chanting. And it should be done regularly. Those who are expert gardeners, they know that they should water the seed regularly. So what is the meaning of regularly? Very important point to understand. Some may say, I am very regular. I come to the temple on every Janmashtami. For last 20 years, I never missed Janmashtami. That is also regular. Some say, I come for every festival. Regular. Some may say, I come for every Ekadasi. And some may say, I come on every Sunday. But that is not regular. Regular means daily. So daily, then next question comes, how long? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So Prabhupada very wonderfully has given us a process of minimum 3 hours. 2 hours chanting of the holy name, 16 rounds, and 1 hour hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. That is minimum, not maximum. Chanting 16 rounds is also minimum. Hearing 1 hour also minimum. Sometimes people think that is maximum. And if you chant more, then it is an offense. It's not like that. It's minimum. Minimum 16 rounds. Because when Prabhupada started, he said 64 rounds. Because that was the minimum requirement. Mahaprabhu says, who chants 64 rounds, in his house I only take food. That was the standard. But when Prabhupada started the movement, because he started in a very difficult situation, when he told 64, people got discouraged. 64? Then Prabhupada said 32. Then also difficult, 32. Then Prabhupada said minimum 16. I cannot go lower than that. But that minimum sometimes is taken out. We said we should chant 16 rounds. Minimum or maximum, no, 16 rounds. But that is minimum 16 rounds. So minimum 2 hours of chanting of the holy name and 1 hour hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And Mahaprabhu, when he was there in Jagannath Puri, he used to hear Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit minimum 3 hours every day. When Raghunath Das Goswami was there in Radhakund, he used to speak about Mahaprabhu every day 3 hours. While Srila Prabhupada was chanting the holy name under the tree in Thompson Square Park in New York City, America, also for 3 hours minimum. While Mahaprabhu used to dance in Harinam Sankirtan, minimum 3 hours. So 3 hours is very, very powerful package. And Prabhupada also has given us 3 hours. That is called regularly. So we have to chant the holy name 2 hours, minimum 16 rounds, and 1 hour hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam. That is watering process given by our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So that is a watering process. And if watering is done nicely, wonderfully, regularly, then what happens? That seed fructifies, right? Sprouted, then takes the form of a creeper. And this creeper, what happens to that creeper? It goes beyond the 8 layers of the material universe and goes to the Brahmajyoti, then go to Vaikuntha, then go to Goloka Vrindavan and take shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. And from there, beautiful fruit from that devotional creeper manifest, that is known as Prema Phal, the fruit of love of Godhead. And what an expert gardener does, he keeps on giving the water and enjoys the fruit. That is the perfection of our spiritual journey, attaining that love of Godhead. So, simple, no? But now, but begins. There are 2 problems in this journey which can obstruct us to attain that goal. So, first obstacle, Mahaprabhu is telling that when you are watering the seed and planting that seed and doing the gardening in the garden, there is a possibility that animal can come inside the garden and destroy that creeper. And Mahaprabhu is talking about a special animal for a sadhaka, mad elephant. There is a possibility that mad elephant will enter into the garden. And if mad elephant enters into the garden, what will happen? The creeper will be uprooted and the creeper will become dry. That will happen. So what is that mad elephant? Vaishnava Aparad. Offending the Vaishnava is compared to mad elephant. And how to protect that? We have to protect with a fence. If the fence is very, very strong, then elephant cannot enter. And what is that fence? The fence of pure devotee association. we have to have association of advanced devotee. Prabhupada is telling for a sadhaka, they should have the association of Uttama Bhakta. Who is a Uttama Bhakta? Who is a pure devotee. And who is a pure devotee? Who has attained love of Godhead. That kind of association we need. That can protect us from mad elephant offense. So mad elephant offense, Vaishnava Aparad, is very, very powerful, and it is very much, what I can say, is a part of our life. Very easy to do that offense. We have attained PhD in offending others. We have attained perfection. It's the common practice to find faults in others. That is the symptom of a conditioned soul. A conditioned soul's natural tendency is to find faults in others. For that we don't have to try. Why? Because we have attained perfection. So finding faults is a natural tendency. And when we come into the devotee association, at the beginning everything is very wonderful. And people come to Mayapur, they say, oh, when they see the brahmacharis, he said, we cannot understand who is who. And looks like you are coming from other planets. They feel very happy and they feel very respectful also for the devotees. But after a few years, they come to know which planet they have come from. They start finding all kinds of faults. The list increases. Why? Because that is our natural constitutional position as a conditioned soul. And that is the biggest obstacle. Finding fault is not a great qualification. Anybody can find faults. So what is the life of a sadhaka? Find good qualities. That is the sadhana. What is austerity? Austerity means finding good qualities in others. Everybody has some good qualities and everybody has some bad qualities. So I give the example, there are 5 levels of people. 5th level, the lowest level, that category of people, they only find faults in others. They cannot see any good qualities. Wherever they see, only faults, only faults, only faults. Just like Uttama Bhakta only sees God everywhere, this 5th category people only see faults, everywhere faults. That is a disease also. That is a disease of the condition. So that is 5th level. Then 4th level, they can see both good and bad, but they always talk about bad. 4th level. 3rd level, they see both good and bad equally and also treat both good and bad equally. That is 3rd level. 2nd level, they see both good and bad, but they talk about good. And 1st level, top level, Paramahamsa level, they only see good in others. So in order to enter into the spiritual world, we have to come to that top level. But it is expected we should at least be at the level of 2nd level, where we can see both good and bad, but we should focus on good. That is called devotee association. What is Madhyamadikari devotee association? Where devotees are glorified, where the Lord is glorified, where there is no criticism. Absence of criticism is a symptom of Madhyamadikari devotee community. And wherever there is criticism, that is a symptom of Kanishtha-adhikari devotee community. So therefore, in order to advance in Krishna consciousness, we have to come to the Madhyamadikari platform. Very, very important. And what is the qualification? Always see good in others. That is the qualification. Then what will happen? We can help each other to grow further and advance in Krishna consciousness and attain the perfection. So this is the disease. Our Guru Maharaj was telling, after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years of chanting of the holy name, they are not experiencing any bliss in Krishna consciousness. The root cause is Vaishnava Aparad, offending the Vaishnavas. Because when we offend the Vaishnavas, our heart becomes harder and harder and harder. And Jiva Goswami categorically explains what happens. If he commits, I forgot the number, there is a number given by Jiva Goswami. If you commit this number of offenses, you will be out of devotional service. That is the power. And if you commit offenses to the Mahabhagavat, not only you will be destroyed, your whole community will be destroyed, your whole locality will be destroyed, even your whole country will be destroyed. That is the power of Vaishnava Aparad in a negative way. So you have to be very, very careful. Mahaprabhu gave Krishna consciousness to Jagai Madhai, but he was reluctant to give love of Godhead to his own mother, Mother Sachi. Why? Mother Sachi mentally, it was not offense also, but she was thinking something negative about Advaita Acharya. And Mahaprabhu took a note. I give the example, Mahaprabhu has a special notebook where he records all the Vaishnava offenses committed by the devotees. And it is very difficult to take that out from that notebook. So it is said, sinful activities are like the dust on the stone. That can be easily washed away. But offenses are like the mark on the stone. Very difficult to take it away. So therefore, we have to be very, very careful. Mahaprabhu doesn't mind any sinful activity. So we have to be very, very careful about this mad elephant offense, because this is the greatest obstacle to experience the bliss of Krishna consciousness, and is a great obstacle to attain the perfection in our spiritual journey. It is a great obstacle to attain the goal of our spiritual life. So that is one problem. And what is the second problem? Sinful activities or anarthas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining 6 types of anarthas, and is comparing this with weeds. When the creeper grows, along with that, weeds also grow. And weeds grow more than the creeper. And if you are not expert, you may make a mistake thinking the weeds as creeper. That happens to the sadhakas. They are thinking they are advancing in Krishna consciousness, but opposite is happening. Anarthas are increasing, but they are thinking they are advancing in Krishna. Weeds are increasing, weeds are growing, but we are thinking devotional creeper is growing. So expert gardener can identify these weeds. And what he does? Take out, not only take out, and throw far, far away from that garden. Because if you keep it, again it will grow. So they throw it away completely. And what are these 6 types of anarthas? Nisiddhachar, kutinati, jivahinsan, Lap puja pratishtha dijato. Uposakha gone. Mahaprabhu is telling there are 6 varieties. What are 6 varieties? Beginning with Nisiddhachar. Nisiddhachar means sinful activities. Second, Kutinati. Kutinati means politics. Third one, Jivhingshan, envy towards other living entities. Love, profiteering. Puja, worship. Pratishtha, position. These are the 6 varieties of anarthas, weeds in our devotional life. So first is Nisiddhachar, sinful activities. That's why Prabhupada said, if you want to chant the holy name, along with that follow 4 regulative principles. If you commit sinful activities at the same time chant the holy name, you will not get the result of the chanting so much. Because that is Nisiddhachar. Weeds will grow. So therefore, in order to get the result of the chanting, first we should be free from sinful activities. That's why we follow 4 regulative principles, so that this Nisiddhachar does not have a role in our devotional life. So following 4 regulative principles is very, very important principle to avoid the first variety of anarthas explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That was Nisiddhachar. Then next is Kutinati. Kutinati means politics. And what is politics? Something inside something is outside. And Kali Yuga, you cannot understand. One person is thinking in one way, speaking in another way, and doing in another way. Very difficult to understand what is going on. That is known as kutinati, kutil, complex, political. And what is the opposite of that? Saralata. Saralata means simplicity. In order to become a Vaishnava, the first qualification that he should be simple. Simple doesn't mean low grade. People think simple is very simple, means not educated. Simple devotees. That is not a simplicity. Simplicity means whatever is inside, that should be outside. Who is a Brahmana? Who can tell the truth to his enemy also? He is a Brahmana. A Vaishnava is that person whose inside and outside is the same. We should not be hypocrites. We say, oh Prabhu, you are a very good devotee, glorify like anything. And behind the back, a devotee. He thinks a devotee is the number one fool. So he criticizes so much at the back, and at the front, Hare Krishna Prabhu, please bless me, you are a pure devotee. So this is called hypocrisy. This is very, very dangerous, and we should try to give it up. So that is called kutinati, politics. And in Kali Yuga, people are expert in politics. So we should not deal with the devotees with this political motivation. Third, jiv hingshan. Jiv hingshan means envy towards other living entities. It can be gross and it can be subtle. Killing other animals is one kind of jiv hingshan. And not preaching Krishna consciousness is another aspect of jiv hingshan. If you don't preach Krishna consciousness, that is also a anartha, according to Srila Prabhupada's explanation on jiv hingshan. Why? Because if you don't preach Krishna consciousness, means you are not helping others. It is a duty of a Vaishnava to help others. That is a symptom of a Vaishnava. And our Vaishnava line is Goshthanandi Vaishnava line. There are two kinds of Vaishnava, Bhajananandi, Goshtyanandi. Bhajananandi, they are happy with their own welfare. They are also glorious. But our line is Goshthanandi. They are not thinking about their own welfare. They want to see the whole world happy. That's why Srila Prabhupada gave up his own happiness. And at the age of 70, he went out of Vrindavan. That is the age to go to Vrindavan. But Prabhupada came out of Vrindavan. Why? Because he wanted to make whole world Vrindavan. He wanted to help all people of the world to become Krishna conscious. If we don't preach Krishna consciousness, then we are also envious. That's the third. Then fourth, love. Love means material profit. So I am doing this, kitna milega? How much I will get? My dear Lord, I am giving you so much. Please return back properly. So with profiteering motive, if you render service to the Lord, that is known as love. It's anartha. And Mahaprabhu is telling, Ama bhaje bishoy mange seto boro murkha. Mahaprabhu is telling, someone is worshipping me and asking for material profit, he is a number one fool. But we go to the Lord for what? Give this, give that. And Mahaprabhu is thinking he is a very intelligent person. Number one fool. Why? How long time? Time is up, no?
8:30.
Okay, so we have some time. So question answer also should be there. So this is very, very important principle, that not asking anything material from the Lord. We pray to the Lord, but what we are praying, very, very important. And Mahaprabhu is teaching us how to pray. Na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, kavitang va jagadisha kamaya, mama janmani janmanishare bhavatad bhaktir. This is what we should ask. And we can speak on this topic for long, long time, but time is limited. But at least we should know that we should not ask anything material from the Lord. That is symptom of foolishness. Why? Lord can give us Vaikuntha. If someone can give you millions of dollars, billions of dollars, and if you go to him and tell him, please give me 1,000 rupees, I have to pay my bills. Is it intelligence or foolishness? Foolishness. If you go to the Lord, oh my dear Lord, my house, I am in a rented place, please make sure I can have my own house. It can be 1 BHK, no problem, but it should be my own house. Asking who? The Lord. This is intelligence. So what Krishna says? Whatever house you can have, but everything is temporary in this world, right? You can have the whole universe also. Hiranyakashipu had the whole universe. But that was temporary. That's why Krishna says, who builds house for me in this material world, I build his house in the spiritual world. That is called intelligence. So therefore, we should use our resources to build house for Krishna, not for ourselves. That is called intelligence. Give everything for Krishna. And Krishna will reciprocate in such a way you cannot imagine. So therefore, those who are intelligent, they only ask for the lotus feet of Krishna. That is, Krishna je bhaje se baro chatur. Those who are real worshipper of Krishna, they are very, very intelligent. They said, my dear Lord, I don't want anything from you. I just want your lotus feet. Because they know the lotus feet of Krishna is served by millions of Lakshmis. We are interested in worshipping Lakshmi. We are not interested in Narayan. Because Narayan means expense. Lakshmi means income. But they don't understand that if there is no Narayan, Lakshmi cannot be there. Lakshmi becomes Chanchala. She'll leave. Without husband, how long she'll stay? That's why Prabhupada said, wherever there is service to Narayan, there will be no scarcity of Lakshmi. You don't have to ask for that. He said, it is our duty to serve Krishna. We should plan for that. And whatever is needed to serve Krishna, that will be served, that will be provided by Krishna. That's Krishna's duty. So our focus should be how to serve Krishna. So I'll tell a story, small story, to make us remember this principle. Three friends went to a king. And king was a very pious, generous king. And he was giving charity. And they came to know. And they went to the king. The first friend went to the king, and king asked, what do you want? He said, I don't have any house. Broken house. Please build a wonderful house for me. So king called the minister and told, please build a house for him. First friend was so happy with the king. Second friend was called. He said, what do you want? He said, my house is built properly, but in a new locality, roads are not good. So please build a road. So the king called the minister and told to build the road for this man. Second friend was very happy. Then turn came for the third friend. Then king asked, what do you want? He said, I don't want anything. No, you come here, you have come here. I am giving charity, you must ask something. He said, no, I don't want anything. But still, the king was pushing. Then he said, okay, if you want to give me something, I want you, please come and stay in my house as my guest. The king was surprised and very happy. He said, he is inviting me to his house. And other two friends thinking, he's a number one fool. He does not know how much to spend to keep the king in his house. Then king was so happy, he called the minister. He said, I want to stay in his house. Please make all the arrangements. So what will happen now? A palace has been built. A royal road has been built. The whole place become the capital. So who is intelligent? But when turn come for us, what will become? Either number one or number two. It's very difficult choice to make because we don't have faith. Krishna says, if you surrender unto me, I'll take care. But we have doubt. What doubt? Krishna spoke 5,000 years ago. He might have forgotten. So why to take chance? I should have my own plan. Plan A is for Krishna. Plan B is my plan. In case Krishna forgets, I have my plan B, backup plan. So Krishna thinks, okay, he has his backup plan, I don't have to do anything. He's a number one fool. So those who have plan B, Krishna thinks them as number one fool. So we should not ask anything material from the Lord. Love. Then puja, worship. So we like to be worshipped, right? And it comes very easily when you become devotees. Oh, you are a very, very pure devotee. This, that, glorification, Vyas puja, birthday celebration, this, that. And we think, oh, very good, very good. And that is the anartha. So what happens? When we take worship, we forget who we are. That is the problem. There is nothing wrong to get worship. But problem is that when we get, we expect. If we get for some time, then if someone does not do, we become disturbed. Every day someone is offering obeisances to you before Mangala Arati. Okay? One day, that same devotee did not offer. Then things will move in your brain. Why? Why he did not? Why he did not? Why? Because he was expecting the respect. That is dangerous. It's like a fire. Receiving worship is like a fire. If you cannot handle it properly, you will be burned. So, we have to be very, very careful. When you receive the respect, that should be immediately transferred to your higher authorities, Guru, Acharyas. But if you hold that respect and think that I am eligible for that respect, it's just a matter of time, he will fall down. So that's why object of worship is only one, Krishna. And Guru is the transparent via media to pass on that respect to Krishna. That is the job of a Guru. And if Guru thinks I am the object of worship, then it's just a matter of time. He will be, what will happen to him? He will fall down from his position. So you have to be very, very careful. Love, puja. We can give up this thing, this Kanak Kamini, money, then sex life, but giving up this respect, very, very difficult. Jiva Goswami explains that giving up material possessions in the form of wealth, difficult. Giving up sex desire, more difficult. But giving up the desire to receive respect, very, very difficult. That's why we give up everything and fight for position. In mosques, temples, happens, no? So next is Pratishtha. Why Pratishtha? Because I need worship, that's why I need position. We always think that getting higher position means we are advancing in Krishna consciousness. That is not the criteria. How we can measure our advancement? Not because of this organizational hierarchy. That is not the criteria to determine the advancement. So our Acharyas has given the system, how to measure. Adau Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti, Bhava, Prema. That is the way we can advance. This is a symptom of advancement. Not that we are getting some organizational post and thinking that I am advancing in Krishna consciousness. It may not be true. This is external. But real advancement is advancement of our consciousness from Shraddha to Prema. We should always hanker for that kind of position, that I will become a pure devotee of the Lord. That hankering is the real hankering. But hankering for any position of this material world, even the spiritual society, that's also not favorable, because that is sixth variety of anartha. Love, puja, then pratishtha. So Mahaprabhu is categorically, graphically explaining all these varieties of anarthas so that we can identify them and uproot them and throw them away from our devotional life. Then what will happen? That devotional creeper can grow without obstacle and attain the lotus feet of Krishna and grow the fruit of love of Godhead, which can be tasted by a devotee who has attained perfection. And that is the purpose of our devotional life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Sriman Mahaprabhu ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Binda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Any